Hello and good evening. My name is Catherine Kaplan. I'm from SEB Housing, and tonight we're going to run the lottery for the 5 affordable condominiums at Copperworks in Canton. So we'll get the lottery underway in just a few moments. Just want to give you some background information first. Do want to mention that we have a conference call also running during this session. So if you prefer to join by phone, I've put the conference call number and code in the chat that you'll see to the right of the video in YouTube. And if you have any questions during this session, go ahead and type those into the comment section in YouTube. When you're watching this live stream, you're not able to unmute yourself or anything like that. So that will be your spot to go ahead and put those questions in. So some background information on the lottery and how many applicants have applied. There's 5 total affordable homes at Copperworks, and 2 of those are 1-bedroom condos, 3 of them are 2-bedroom condos. And there were a total of 15 households in this lottery. So some of those households still owe us a few documents, and they need to submit those to us by the deadline that was previously provided to them in order to move forward in the process. Just want to mention that for anyone who may be on this call that might apply to. You're also going to recall from reading previous informational materials that everybody who is in this lottery, all households, should already have a lottery application number, and it should be in the form of A.00. It's a set of numbers. And in this case, everyone's number should be A.001 through A.015 because there's 15 total applicants in this lottery. So if you don't have your application number, you forgot the application number, just let me know in the chat box. I'm not going to be calling out anyone's name when we do the lottery drawing, so you're going to want to know what number you're looking for, and that is just to protect everyone's privacy. We don't want to be calling out full names. And so there's no need to write anything down that I'm about to go over. All of it is going to be provided to you in a follow-up email that you'll receive from me tonight. So back when you completed your lottery application, you would have also indicated your household type, and we would have confirmed that for you. So your household type is either type 1 or type 2, depending on how many household members you have. So you want to keep in mind that for the 2-bedroom waiting list, type 2 households are going to have priority over any type 1 households for these units. And that's because the program is designed so that households don't have priority for units with more bedrooms than their family actually needs. So we do have several type 1 households in this lottery who have applied for a 2-bedroom unit, and that's perfectly fine. You'll be on the wait list. But I just want to make sure I mentioned that any type 1 households will be behind type 2 households for the 2-bedroom unit. There's also a local priority for the 2-bedroom affordable condos, and you were informed on your lottery eligibility notice whether or not you qualify for the local priority preference. That's for residents of Canton and a few other groups. So because of that sorting that we need to do with the results from tonight's drawing, both for the household types and the local preference, during the drawing tonight, you're not going to know exactly where you fall on one or either of these wait lists, even if you're drawn first, because we do still need to sort the results based on those priorities. So we'll compile the wait lists after we're able to sort things. So when I start the drawing, I'm going to be putting these index cards that I have here into the lottery box that's here. And I'll show the number to you. Each number that I draw, I'll show to the camera so you're able to see it. And I'm going to go ahead and record it for myself by jotting it down here. I'll do it as quickly as I can, but it'll take a little bit of time. Following the lottery, every household is going to receive an email with next steps, detailing next steps in the process, and it's also going to have a summary of some of the information that we're going over tonight during this session. And the lottery results from tonight will also be attached to that email. The waiting lists themselves will not be finalized until June 23rd, which is a week from today. You can expect to receive an email with those actual wait lists attached to it around that date. So next Thursday, be on the lookout for that. And the reason for that delay is just the deadline for a few of those households who are conditional approvals right now is next week. So when you do receive that email with the wait list, you'll notice that the top households on each wait list are highlighted in green. And that is because their files are going to then be sent to the Department of Housing and Community Development, so DHCD, for the final program review and sign off at that point. So usually DHCD is able to review those files within about 2 weeks, and the top households will then again be contacted by SCB with some future steps. So there are more applicants than available units in this lottery. We have 15 households in the lottery and only 5 units. Once the wait lists are established, if you're not one of the top households highlighted in green, you're not going to be moving forward in the process at that time. However, if for one reason or another, top households drop off of the wait list, which does happen from time to time, maybe they just ultimately decide that they don't want to purchase the condo, households at that point that are further down the wait list will be contacted to move forward. So just keep in mind, your takeaway should be that after we sort the results of tonight's lottery and those wait lists are sent to you on the 23rd, if you're not one of the top few households, you're not going to be moving forward right away, and we won't be contacting you any further. But potentially, we could be reaching out to you if other households that are further up on those lists drop off. And then some other notes before the drawing. So you need to just remember that you have to maintain program eligibility through closing. So you want to continue to hold on to a income and asset file for yourself that might include paychecks, bank statements, because you will be asked for updated information from SCB during your second review, which occurs about a month before your closing date when you're getting your mortgage commitment. And the purpose of that second and final review by us, by SCB, is just to confirm that you're still eligible for the affordable housing program and that you haven't had some sort of drastic change in your household income between the time of your application and the time that you'd be closing on the condo. And then just a reminder for the top households, we at SCB will still be involved with you through closing, but following the lottery and once the wait lists are established, we are going to also put you in touch with the sales team. So you'll be able to schedule a tour, reserve a unit, and sign the purchase and sale moving towards closing on the condo. Also, top households are encouraged and welcome to hire an attorney once they find out that they might be close to being able to purchase one of these units. It's a huge, also obviously, decision. Purchase a home for anybody is has a lot of steps involved, and an attorney may be able to help you with the documents and just give you some more comfort in throughout the whole process. All right, so we are required to have 2 drawings for any lottery with local preference. So there's going to be 2 drawings tonight. The first is going to be that local preference drawing for the 5 households who do have local preference. And then we're going to do the second general drawing, which is going to include all 15 households, including the local preference households. So those of you who have local preference, you are going to hear your number called twice tonight. All right, so here are the local preference households. There's 5 cards here. I'm going to be putting them into the lottery box here. Try to make sure it's all shuffled up. And I'll be pulling them out one at a time and jotting it down over here. So just give me a moment there. Shake it up. All right, drawing them out one by one. The first household that I'm drawing out of here is A.015. The second, A.004. Next, A.011. A.013. And then the final local preference household that is drawn is A.012. If you have any questions on this as we're doing it, just let me know in the chat box there. All the local preference households are now going to be moved over to the general pool here. I'm going to shuffle the cards up a little bit. We have 15 application numbers that are going into the box now that represents all 15 households who were entered into the lottery. So again, if you have local preference, you're going to hear the number again for yourself because you're going to be on both of these lists. Check them up. And this is the general drawing. So I'm going to have 15 numbers. The first is A.002. Second, A.012. Right. Third, A.013. A.006. A.001. A.011. A.015. About halfway there. A.004. A.005. A.003. A.010. A.014. Three more. A.008. A.007. And then the final number in here is A.009. So that was the general drawing. That was all 15 households who applied for the lottery in the general drawing. And so we'll be sorting these results. You'll get a updated email or an email with next steps from me tonight, along with the lottery results that were just read off. And then you're going to want to remember June 23rd next week, you're going to get a updated email from us that is going to have the actual wait lists that have been sorted by household type and local preference and all of that. So you'll have a better idea of where you actually stand and what your chances are to potentially move forward and purchase one of these units at Copperworks. So I'll stay on here for another minute or so just to make sure there's no questions. And like I said, a lot of what was just covered will be in an email that is sent out momentarily. All right, there's no questions. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a good night. Good luck. Oh, we have one question from Kristen here. How do we know how many people have one bedroom or two? So if your question is how many people applied for one or two bedrooms, that will be in the sorted wait list. And it will be included in the handout that goes out as well. Yep, that'll be provided to you in the email. You'll have an idea from that too, maybe how much competition you've got if you're only interested in one of the bedroom sizes. So, anything else? All right, have a great night, and just remember to check in for the emails both tonight and next week. Have a good one.